Welcome, everybody, and good evening. Tonight we are going to dive back in to making some Seertet and see where it takes us, see how much we can get done tonight. So let's jump right in tonight. Okay, there we go. And let's take a look at our Trello board, see what we need to work on. Have a bug here that we discovered last time we streamed. About no score on the game over screen. That doesn't seem too bad to fix. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's make sure we committed everything good, no changes. Awesome. Okay. So go ahead and exit this game here. So now what we have to do is we have to figure out how are we going to communicate the score when game over happens. Because right now, what's going on is like our game over screen has the UE game over, and it is subscribed here. So it's subscribed to the game manager right here. So we're watching for state changes. But it's not watching for the score change. The score UI is, so the part that shows up here, if the game UI is turned on, there, that's watching for it, and that makes sense. But having the game over screen watch for the UI, watch for score, and also keeping track of the score itself, that just doesn't seem, it doesn't seem clean at all. Like I'd rather, sorry about that. I'd rather figure out a good way to pass it in. So right now we have state changed, just passes the state. Like what the new state is. It doesn't give any reference back to the game manager or anything else. So we could do that. So since the game manager is the one publishing these events, we could say that, you know, in addition to this, read only manager. This also passes along. Oops, stop. So we need to set the game manager here. Good grief. My muscle memory is just not going to cooperate tonight about mixing up my Mac keys and my window keys. Now, see if this was Java, we wouldn't need to do this because these state changes would be not static classes, but inner classes that knew about the game manager. But they don't, so it's not. Luckily, we do have our state transition moved inside of a method, so this is easy to update. Score does have an accessor on it. So UE game over. So it's going to need to know about things. What does it need? Oh yeah, it needs one of those weird text boxes. one of these. This is using TM Pro. Okay. Final score. So before we set active, we are going to say final score equals plus state.GameManager.score. Dot text. I don't want to format it with commas, so C# format number with commas. Okay. Nice and easy. I'll take it. String doesn't exist. Do it lowercase string? Okay. That's weird. Cool. That's nice. Okay. Oh goodness, guys, I'm tired tonight apparently. Rockin' music. Horrible starting piece. I feel like our repeat speed might be a little fast. I find myself frequently missing, like accidentally repeating it. So I feel like there was, I remember watching a video about the original Tetris, and I feel like there was this thing, where the first time the repeat was slower than the second time. So if you pressed and held the key for just a little bit, it wouldn't immediately repeat. I feel like we need to duplicate that. Uh-oh. No! We got the score, but we forgot to set the reference. Ugh. This is why Nullable is horrible. Why can't I make my stuff? See, man, at work, I do Java. So I would just tell it this, and I would make sure that this object could never be constructed with a null value there. Unfortunately, because MonoBehavior is doing the construction underneath, we can't even check that. Like, we could do it ourselves in Awake, make sure that everything is there. I suppose we could build our own framework to do that. But it's this. Right, that's the right one. That's cool. When you click it, it highlights it over in the inventory. That's nice. Okay, well now we gotta play again. Get a few points. At some point we're gonna really fix this UI, huh? This buttons are just glorious. Well, at least I made it easy to get the first one batch of points. Now we can just fail. You can't hold down though to just keep from falling. Game over. 10. Ah, the score doesn't reset. That's amazing. Okay, new bug. But we did fix this bug. Make sure that's saved. Go over here, GitHub. Okay. Fix bug where score isn't shown on game over screen. Okay, fix that. Just add a new card. What was this? Score doesn't reset on game over. And there's, what was the other one? Oh. So, yeah, that first one is just a little bit slower. This one in progress. So, definitely this is going to be simple. In here, game manager, start game, score equals 0. Nice and easy. Okay. Let's test it out. And having music is just so much, like, it just adds so much. Ah, no. I don't know my shape colors. Totally. Things take way longer than necessary. Kind of do this requiring a green over the red. Not spawning on the sun. Game over 20 menu start. Why? Oh, the score in the the score in the background changed, not the score in the UI. Because I didn't do increment score and notify. I mean, that's one way to do it. That's kind of funny though. Score equals 0 is probably cleaner, and then there we go. It's kind of funny to increment it by the negative of itself to set it back to 0, but that's a little obtuse of a way to do that. Okay, let's play some Seertut. Awesome. Fix that. Okay. All of those. Okay, we're making progress. We're squashing some bugs here. Okay. Don't feel like that's critical. Refactoring the movement controls, they work. Kind of want to do some sound effects, so let's mess with some sound effects. Okay. Wait, none of these were. What is that sound effect generator? These are both for making music, right? There's that random sound effect generator everybody talks about in game jams. This? Yeah, that looks right. What is JFXers? Did somebody port it to Java or something? Ah, interesting. Ooh, can we make it bigger? What is it? Ooh. Okay. The audio is way too loud. It's gonna kill you guys. That's weird. Hmm. That one's not bad. Sounds kind of like a landing tone. Nice playing with things, right? We'll take this one. Wait. Let's save it as one of their files. Okay, that's kind of like a land sound. That sounds kind of like maybe something that you would get when it spawns. It's maybe a little high pitch. Oh, that's a good land sound. Has a nice thunk to it. Yeah, a good thunk. Needs for the spawn. Come on, chat. Any ideas here? Ooh. Maybe. Sounds kind of cool. We'll save that too. Okay, so bring up our SeerTut stuff. Oh, we're in our assets, right? Nope. That's audio. New folder. Sound effects. Bring all of those in. Okay. Go look at our project. Check out sound effects. There we go. Now we do need some more notifications because we have on cannot spawn, but not on spawn. So, wait, which sound effects did I pick to start doing? Wrong one. I said P spawn. Okay, so bounce back over to C#. Look at our, where's our spawn behavior? Add a new Unity event. Spawn. Then spawn piece. That's funny that we have to like spawn it first. Why do we have to? Oh, because we need the behavior to get all the blocks. Interesting. Oh well. Okay. That should work. So we should see that over here on spawn. Add that, add an object to our audio manager. I guess it's in our game manager. Oh, it's the assets, that's why. Actually want this, there we go. Audio manager. I guess we need an event in our audio manager, huh? A dir. Music, public, right on, piece, spawn. So our audio manager. On piece spawn. Awesome. Then we're going to, we need some more audio clips, don't we? Really shouldn't have called them music tracks, should I? But just tracks. Anywho. What is this? Piece spawn FX. We're gonna adjust this to a private void play random tracks. There we go. Then play music is now play random music. There we go. Piece spawn play random piece spawn FX. See? Awesome. Now, I guess technically, if I was going to have more spawn effects, what I think we'd really want to do is to create a spawn effect script that handles all of this, instead of delegating it out to the audio manager to know about that. But, okay, oops, no, that's not really what I want to do. I want to go to the audio manager now. Give it, what did we say? Can't I preview it in here? Huh, that's annoying. Why is it 0 links? Why are these all 0 links? That is so weird. Maybe it was this one? Let's see. Why is it so delayed? Oh, it's because it's... Yeah, we should have this. Yes, the problem is the spawn effect happens at the same time as something lands. Yeah, that's horrible. So, we're actually gonna go. Just gonna. Just putting this in the trash. But the piece of land, that'll be okay. But we did, man, that's so sad. And, ooh, but who knows about a peace landing? No one. No one knows. Oh man, that's gonna be a mess. Means that's only in the peace behavior. And it only publishes it back out to the spawn behavior. So that means we're either putting it on the spawn behavior, and it's its job to let things know. I mean, I guess we could do it this way. So what we can do is we can end up having, so the spawner spawns. Hang on just a minute.